In the heart of the Bible, there's a treasure of words penned down by Apostle Paul to the people of Corinth. He unveils the pure essence of Christian love in a way that's as clear as the morning sun. It's a love that's patient, a love that's kind. It doesn't grow green with envy, doesn't shout with pride, and never seeks to put others down. In 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4-5, we are invited into a love that is ready to wait, willing to care, and always eager to embrace the good. Now, why is this passage a gem? It's because it mirrors the kind of love we are called to live out daily. It's a love that doesn't just stay in the heart, but shows in our actions, words, and how we treat others. It's a bright love that shows us the way even when the road gets a bit rocky. This love is not about me, but about you. It's about lifting others up, not pushing them down. It's about celebrating joys together, not holding grudges. It's a love that helps us to be the best we can be and allows others to shine too. Apostle Paul didn't just write words to fill a page. He shared a message that was close to God's heart. He saw the folks in Corinth, and he knew they needed a reminder, a gentle nudge toward the love that could make all things bright and beautiful. His message wasn't just for them, but also for us. It's a call to love, to shine with a light that never goes dim, a light that's warm, inviting, and filled with hope. So, as we step into the heart of this message, let's open our hearts to the beauty of divine love, a love that's willing to wait, care, and always ready to forgive. In a world where love often comes with conditions, the love described in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4-5, stands apart. It's a love that doesn't keep score, doesn't demand its own way, and doesn't falter when challenges come knocking. This is divine love, a love that flows from the heart of God to us. Unlike worldly love that often seeks to take, divine love is all about giving. It's a love that pours out even when there's nothing to gain in return. The boundless nature of God's love is like a river that never runs dry. It's always there, always available, always ready to envelop us with warmth and compassion. It's a love that knows no end, boundaries, or conditions. It's free, pure, and a love that heals, restores, and brings life. As we delve into 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4-5, we step into a message crafted with care by Apostle Paul. His words on love weren't just a poetic expression, but a truth anchored in the very character of God. He shared this truth with the Corinthians, who were confused and caught up in disputes, divisions, and a desire for status. The community was losing sight of what mattered most: love. In the bustling city of Corinth, where striving for personal honor was the order of the day, Paul's message was a soft whisper amidst loud cries. It was a callback to the heart of God, a call to embrace a love that doesn't puff up but lifts others up. It was a message not just for the Corinthians, but for all of us to embrace a pure love, a true love, a love that reflects the very heart of God. Through Apostle Paul's teachings, we are invited to let go of selfish desires and step away from the urge to always be right, first, and acknowledged. Instead, we are called into a journey of love, a sweet journey that's gentle and filled with the tender whispers of God's heart. When we journey through the pages of 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4-5, we uncover a patient love that's kind. Patience is not just about waiting, it's about staying gracious and bearing with one another, even when it's tough. This patience mirrors God's character. Imagine for a moment how patient God has been with us, with humanity, through all our stumbling and fumbling. His patience is like a steady rock amidst a swirling storm, always there, always steadfast. And then there's kindness. When we look at the life of Jesus, we see kindness walking on earth. He healed the sick, comforted the broken, and welcomed the outcasts. His every action was a melody of kindness, showing us what love looks like in action. As we further unravel these verses, we stumble upon a love that does not envy, does not boast, and is not puffed up with pride. Envy, boastfulness, and pride are like thorny weeds that threaten to choke the tender plant of love. They bring strife, create walls, and leave hearts wounded. The Bible is rich with stories of humble hearts, like that of Moses, the meekest man on earth, or the contentment of Apostle Paul, who found joy in plenty and in want. Their lives challenge us to lay down the heavy burdens of envy and pride, and to embrace a love that celebrates the goodness in others. A love that honors others and seeks their good is like a refreshing stream in a barren land. It's about valuing others, looking beyond ourselves, and stepping into the shoes of another. Jesus was the epitome of honoring and selflessness. Whether washing his disciples' feet or laying down his life, his love was an outstretched hand, always ready to lift others up. Lastly, a love that is not easily angered and keeps no record of wrongs is like a balm to a weary soul. It's a love that chooses to let go, forgive, and move forward. Managing anger and forgiving others is not easy, but it's possible when we allow God's love to lead the way. It's a path to freedom, joy, and peace that passes all understanding. Every phrase and every word in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 to 5, invites us into a deeper walk of love. It beckons us to reflect, change, grow, and become vessels of true, pure love that's divine. So, let's step into this love. Let it shape, mold, and flow through us to a world in desperate need of the unfading glow of divine love. As we soak in the words of 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 to 5, it's like standing in front of a mirror. It's a moment to pause, reflect, and see where we stand in the light of this divine love. How patient have we been? How kind? Have our hearts harbored envy or puffed up with pride? Examining our hearts, actions, and words is a gentle call. It's about identifying those corners of our hearts that need a touch of God's love, areas where we can grow and shine brighter with His love. As we step into each day, there are practical ways to let this love take root in our lives. It could be as simple as holding back a harsh word, lending a helping hand, or celebrating the success of others. Each act of patience, each gesture of kindness, each moment of humility is a step forward in this beautiful journey of love. And we don't have to walk this path alone. As a community, we can encourage one another, lift each other up, and grow in love. It's about creating a love culture where we hold each other accountable and spur others towards love and good deeds. And as we walk this path, prayer is our companion, our guiding light. It's about coming before God with open hearts, praying for a love that embodies the essence of 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 to 5. It's about asking God to fill us afresh with His love, to help us love like He loves unconditionally, selflessly, and generously. And as we are filled with this love, we pray for our community that together we may reflect this divine love to the world, a love that shines bright, breaking through the darkness, bringing hope, bringing healing. Let's be carriers of this love. Let it shape our hearts, our lives, our community. We paint a picture of God's heart to the world with every act of love. We tell a story of a love that never gives up, never loses faith, and is always hopeful. It's a love that endures through every circumstance, a truly divine love. So let's step into each day with this prayer, hope, and love that's pure, true, and divine. And let's see the beautiful, wonderful, life-changing things God can do through open hearts and lives that are surrendered to His unfading glow of divine love. In this voyage through 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 to 5, we've navigated the profound waters of divine love. We've seen the grandeur of a love that's patient, that's kind, a love that's selfless, humble, and ever forgiving. It's a love that's not easily angered and keeps no record of wrongs. It's a beacon amidst the storms of envy, boastfulness, and pride. A call to honor and seek the good of others, shining the light of humility, contentment, and selflessness. This isn't just a beautiful narrative, it's a blueprint for our lives. It's about embracing a love that transforms, a love that liberates, a love that builds bridges and heals wounds. The journey begins with a look in the mirror, a heart open to change, ready to grow in love. As we venture into the rhythms of daily living, the call is to embody this divine love in every interaction, every decision, every response. It's a call to a lifestyle of patience, kindness, and forgiveness. It's about creating spaces where love flourishes, where individuals are honored, and where selflessness is the melody that orchestrates our lives. And this isn't a solitary journey. It's a communal expedition towards reflecting God's unyielding love. Together, we can hold each other accountable, inspire one another to love more deeply, forgive more readily, and live more selflessly. The prayer is simple yet profound. It's a prayer for hearts that mirror 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4-5, for lives that radiate divine love, for communities that are lighthouses of God's love, in a world that so desperately needs it. Let's commit to seeking this love, reflecting on it, and living it out daily. Let the divine love of 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4-5, be the lens through which we see ourselves, others, and the world around us. And as we do, we become bearers of the unfading glow of divine love, which lights up the world with the splendid hues of God's grace and mercy. In Jesus' name, we pray. Amen.